Hello lovely, and welcome back to another seasonal Vinyasa Flow. My name is Orla, I'm your local witch. I post all things yoga, astrology and nervous system regulation, so if you're into that kind of thing, hit that subscribe button, let's stay connected. Today, our seasonal Vinyasa Flow is dedicated to Aquarius. Aquarius is the 11th sign in the zodiac, and it's an air sign, it's a fixed air sign, which makes it all about the thoughts and how we can create more and more ideas, about brainstorming and about coming together with other like-minded people to create communities, to create progress and to create innovation together so that we can all live towards a future where we can all thrive. It's about innovation, about freedom, about eccentricity, about being yourself, being your unique self. I'm wearing these space buns today in honor of Aquarius season. So whenever you're ready, let's get into it. We're going to start today's flow seated with our legs stretched out in front of us. And we're just going to isolate the movements to our toes only, bringing the toes towards our face and then scrunching them. And just doing that in your own rhythm a few times. You might feel some cracks. That's perfect. That's all about releasing air, releasing energy. So we're really going to be focused on our basis, our foundations today. So Aquarius rules our calves, our Achilles heels, our ankles. And so we're going to be focusing on these parts of our bodies today as you keep scrunching those toes. And this is also the part of our body that helps us propel us forwards. It helps us move forward so we can keep thinking of innovative, creative ideas and keep going steadily forwards towards our long-term goals. All right, then maybe bring some extra space in between your legs, and you can always place your hands behind you, of course, for some extra support. And we're just going to move the ankles in circles, both feet in the same direction. For another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then in the opposite direction for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then we're going to move both feet in opposite directions. So the toes are coming towards each other, then moving away from each other. And then moving both feet in opposite directions again. So toes are coming towards each other and then moving away in the other direction. Awesome. Then we're going to just shake that out a bit. We're going to grab underneath our knees, and then you can interlace your fingers underneath your knees, and then stretching out the leg, bringing the foot about 2 inches above the floor, and then inhale to bring the knee in towards the chest. Exhale to stretch. Inhale towards the chest. Exhale to stretch. Inhale towards the chest. Exhale to stretch. Perhaps doing that without hands. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping that knee down. Go on to the other side now, interlacing your fingers underneath your left knee. Inhale to bring that knee in towards your chest. Exhale to extend. Inhale towards your chest. Exhale, extend. Inhale towards your chest. Exhale, extend. And perhaps without hands. Another 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. I'm going to do that again now with both legs. So you can bring your hands underneath both knees and bring your knees in towards your chest and then extend with the help of your hands. Inhale. I might just move a little bit more here. Inhale, knees towards your chest. Exhale, extend. Inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale in. 3 more without hands. In. Out, in, out, in, and out. Awesome. Bringing the soles of the feet together now for Baddha Konasana. You can use your thumbs here to give the soles of your feet a little bit of a massage. Perhaps massaging the ankles as well. Giving yourself a little bit of love here. Perhaps cracking your toes. Alright, and then we're going to interlace our fingers, bring them around the feet, or just grab onto your ankles if that feels better. Just try to maintain a long, straight spine. And then we're going to move the knees up and down like a butterfly. Softly, gently opening up the hips here. I recommend this movement every day because it's just great for the hips. It's very gentle movement and yet it's still very effective. Let's stay here for one more deep breath. Awesome, and slowly come to stillness. Bring the knees in towards each other, and then we're going to come into tabletop position. So here, making sure that your hands are below your shoulders and your knees are below your hips for a stable foundation. We're going to inhale, arch the back, look up, and exhale to round the back, look down. But bring some movement into it. It's not just regular cat-cows. We're moving the hips and the shoulders. Perhaps coming all the way down to a child's pose. And then moving all the way forwards, warming up the wrists here as well as we bring the shoulders over the wrists. Keep breathing in your own rhythm. Find a movement that works for you, perhaps coming into a bit of an upward facing dog. And finding movements that work for you, slowly waking up the whole body. And then coming back to center, we're going to rise the right leg up. So we're in a bit of a donkey kick here. And then we're going to bring that right knee around and in towards the chest. And back up. Let's do 2 more rounds. Knee comes around, into the chest, and kick back up. Around, in towards the chest, and kick it back up. Awesome. Then bringing that right foot to the outside of your right hand, and move your hips forwards, coming into low lunge variation, and taking 3 deep breaths here. And with your next exhale, lengthening that right leg, straightening it out to come into half splits, staying here for 3 deep breaths. And inhale to walk forwards again. Going to bring that right arm, the right hand, towards the outside of the right foot. We're going to lift the back knee, and then we're going to lift all the way up into high lunge. Staying here for a few breaths. Make sure your right knee is over your right ankle, your core is engaged. And opening up your arms out to the right, so your right arm comes back, your left arm comes forwards. And then dropping that right arm down, reaching the left arm up. Lovely twist. Try to maintain your right knee over your right ankle, and you can always drop the back knee here if you need. Strengthening those legs so they may propel us forwards into the future. With your next inhale, let's come back to center, to high lunge. And exhale, turning your feet out to warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Here, making sure that your hands are at the same height as your shoulders. You can look back over towards your left hand to make sure. And then bring your gaze over towards your middle, your right middle finger. Deep breaths here. And with your next inhale, bring your left hand down as you reach your right hand up. Keep breathing. With your next exhale, bring your right elbow top of your right knee and extend your left arm over your head. Gaze towards your elbow. Engage your core, engage your inner thighs. And with your next exhale, dropping your left hand to the inside of your right foot. So you turn onto your back toes and lift your right arm up towards the sky for another nice little twist. And then dropping that back leg, reach back. Then bending at the elbow, bring that elbow in between your right foot and your left hand. Inhale to reach back again. Exhale, bending the elbow, bringing the elbow in between left hand and right foot. Inhale, reach back, last time. And exhale, elbow in between. We'll bring that the right hand to the inside of the right foot again. To come back to where we started in this low lunge. Awesome. Then we're going to walk that foot slightly out and see if we can drop that right knee towards the ground and dropping your hands onto your forearms. So we're coming into a bit of a half frog sphinx here. Just feeling the opening of that right hip and feeling a slight back bend as well as we're warming up the spine here. Warming up the legs, creating heat, creating fire and energy. Then grounding through that right hand, perhaps extending the elbow. I'm going to reach through with the left hand and bring it onto the the right knee. And open up for a lovely reclined twist. With your next inhale, come back to center. And lengthen that right leg out, coming into Sphinx pose. And then bringing your hands closer towards your armpits and reach up for upward facing dog. Exhale. exhale, downward facing dog. Drop the knees back onto the mat, back to tabletop. And we're going to do the same on the left side. So when you're ready, kick that left leg up, or donkey kick. Bring the left foot, the left knee out, left knee in towards the chest, and kick back up. Bring it round, in towards the chest, and kick back up. Round, chest, and up. Awesome. Then bring that left foot round again, placing it to the outside of the left hand. And we're going to move the hips forwards to come into a low lunge. And again, we're going to hold each pose for 3 breaths on the left side now. So make sure to come back to your breath. And with your next exhale, extending that left leg to come into half splits. Try to point your toes towards your face and try to arch your back so you really feel the stretch in your hamstrings. And with your next inhale, walking forwards, bringing that right hand to the outside of, the left hand to the outside of the left foot. I really can't, I'm mixing up all my lefts and rights today. Tuck your toes and lift your back knee and come all the way up into high lunge. 3 deep breaths here, making sure your left knee is over your left ankle. Your hips are facing square towards the front of the mat as you look up towards your fingers. Then opening the arms out to the left so your left arm is back and your right arm is forwards. Then dropping that left arm down, reaching up with the right arm. Feel that lovely twist. Again, you're always free to drop that back leg. And with your next inhale, coming back to high lunge and turning out to warrior 2. Again, making sure your hands are in line with your shoulders and then looking over your left middle finger. Come back to your breath. With your next inhale, back arm comes down as you reach your left arm up. And with your next exhale, bring that left elbow on top of your left knee as you stretch that right arm over your head for extended side angle. And then bringing that right arm down to the mat as you extend your left arm up. And then slowly dropping the back knee, reaching back, bending at the elbow, bring the elbow in between your left foot and your right hand. Oh yeah, got it right. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, bend the elbow, reach in between. Inhale, reach back. And last one, reach your elbow in between left foot, right hand. Awesome. Then bringing that left foot no, left hand to the inside of your left foot again. And again, ending here where we started in a low lunge, a variation of low lunge. And then slowly we're going to see if we can walk that foot further away so we can slide that knee down towards the ground. And we'll come onto our forearms. So here we are in this half frog sphinx pose, opening up that left hip and working on a slight back bend, preparing for one of our final poses, which will be a bridge pose. Then inhale to ground through your left hand, perhaps lengthening the left elbow and reaching through with your right hand. And then opening up your left hand towards the left for a reclined twist. Slowly make your way onto your back, perhaps shifting yourself back onto your mat, if maybe you're only half on it. Inhale, reach your arms overhead, and exhale, come all the way up to a seated position. Here we're going to bend at the right knee. We're going to bring that right knee. I might have to move over here. Bring that right foot alongside you for a half hero pose. So like Ardha Virasana. Option 1 is to stay here. Option 2 is to come onto your forearms. And option 3 is to lie all the way down. So just see where you feel comfortable today. Perhaps pushing yourself a little bit. But just remember, discomfort is cool to experiment with, but pain is not cool. So know thy body and see where you want to be at today. Then if you want to experiment a little more, if you're already lying down, you can bend the left knee and ground the left foot. We'll plant both hands beside our ears and perhaps just coming onto your head first, and then maybe reaching your hips up and perhaps extending the arms, coming into Urdhva Dhanurasana, bridge pose. See if you can stay for 3 deep breaths. And exhale, come all the way down. Going back onto your forearms, back to a seated position, and slowly lengthening that right foot down. Maybe shaking it out, tap it out. My space buns are surviving this Aquarius flow, that's good. All right, left foot next, so bending at the left knee, and bringing that left foot to the outside of your left hip. Half hero pose. Again, option number 1, stay upright, seated. Just make sure you have a straight spine. You can come in into any mudra you like, or perhaps supporting yourself with your hands on the ground. You can come onto your forearms. Or you can come to lie down fully. Staying here for 3 deep breaths, wherever you are. And if you tried it on the right side, then I encourage you to try it on the left side as well. Bending at the right knee, planting your right foot down, planting your hands by your ears, perhaps just coming onto the crown of your head first, maybe lifting up your hips, maybe stretching your arms, coming into bridge pose and staying for 3 deep breaths. exhale to come all the way down. And back onto your forearms. And back to a seated position. Again, shake out both legs. Tap, 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 tap. Awesome. I'm going to try and come into a full hero pose now. So that means bending both knees. And perhaps if that feels a bit uncomfortable, you can use a pillow or a block underneath your bum to give you a little extra support. And again, you can choose to stay here, or to come onto your forearms, or to lie all the way down. Today I'm going to choose to stay on my forearms because it feels nice. And let's stay here for 3 deep breaths. So Virasana can be translated as hero pose, but also as warrior pose. And it's a nice way to think about this Aquarius season. You can be a warrior, you can do anything you set your mind to. You can reach those long-term goals within your community, for yourself, with others. You can all come together and be warriors together on the same team. All right, and slowly making your way back up and extending both legs. And again, shake it out. I like to bang my knees, the backs of my knees on the mat, like so. And just doing any other movement that you feel like doing. Before bringing the soles of the feet together again for another Baddha Konasana, and perhaps just noticing the difference here from the start of the class. And then bringing your feet slightly further apart so you're more like in a diamond shape. And then we're going to reach our arms below the legs and grab onto the feet. We'll grab onto the feet or the ankles and just see if you can fold over. And focusing more here on your spine, just giving it some love after doing a good few back bends. And inhale to come all the way up. And let's find each other in a seated position. We're going to close today's session, today's flow, with a little bit of pranayama, a bit of breath work called star breathing. So it's kind of like box breathing. You're going to imagine a shape, but this time it's not going to be a box, it's going to be a star, because why not? So imagine you're tracing a star in the air with your finger. We're going to inhale to trace one line, then we'll hold the breath at the tip of one of the outer edges of the stars, and then we'll trace another line down back towards the center of the star as we exhale. And so we'll do that 5 times, and this will really help you focus just on these things: tracing the outline and breathing in, holding the breath and breathing out. And this helps a lot with focus. It helps a lot for overthinkers and Aquarius placements. So this is a breath work that I really recommend throughout this season. And we'll trace the outline of one star together first. I'll guide you through it, and then you'll have time to do it by yourself. And then we will close the class with a little bit of integration. So let's take 3 cleansing breaths to start. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, side out through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, side out through the mouth. Last one, in through the nose. And exhale, side out through the mouth. All right, let's start tracing the star. So let's take a deep breath in as we trace up, and holding the breath at the tip for 1, 2, and then exhale to trace a line back towards the center of the star. Inhale out, inhale to trace a line outwards. Hold it at the top for 1, 2, and exhale, draw a line back towards the center of the star. Inhale, trace the line, and hold at the top for 1, 2. Exhale, trace a line back towards the center. Inhale, trace a line out, hold at the top for 1, 2, and exhale, trace a line back towards the center. Inhale, trace a line out, hold at the top for 1, 2, and exhale, trace a line back towards the center. And we've completed 1 star. Now I encourage you to keep going at your own pace, your own rhythm. Perhaps exhaling a little longer or holding your breath for a little longer, whatever feels right for you today. Slowly returning your breathing back to normal. Placing both hands on your knees. Letting go of the image of the star in your mind. And just taking some time now here for integration and meditation. As always, there will be some journaling prompts in the description whenever you're ready to sit down and go over what you might think your soul needs to receive, what messages came through during today's practice, what would you like to innovate, how do you envision your ideal future, what goals would you like to achieve as a community. Taking a deep breath in and exhale to sigh it out as you slowly open your eyes again, come back to the space around you. Be shaking it out. Tapping your body just to wake yourself up again after some time of stillness. And thank you so much for being here. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. I drop videos twice a month and they're all revolved around the season that we're in. So I look forward to seeing you in the next. Thank you. Bye bye.